The little girl who dedicated her life to saving every animal in her community had no idea how much of an impact her actions would have.
Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story.
Particularly on the life of Hope, the dog, and her pups. Despite not having enough food for herself, the nice mom dog was doing her hardest to feed her puppies. Let's examine the tale of Hope, her children, and the girl who came to their rescue. Anushka Dutta seen all the heartbreaking animal tales that were all around her as a girl in India. There were starving dogs around, and a lot of people were mistreating them. These dogs would just keep having puppies since they were never spayed or neutered, and the horrible cycle would go on. She desired to stand out and have an impact, to be a ray of light in the otherwise hopeless life of these unfortunate animals. She founded a rescue charity at the age of 15 for this reason. Anushka might find many street dogs everlasting homes with her charity. She also personally adopted a large number of people, and she would visit and feed others every day to make sure they had access to the medications they required to be well. Even though her family was quite supportive, the journey wouldn't be simple. Many individuals have evil intents, and some have even charged Anushka with attempting to demand money by utilizing these creatures as a pretext. Raising money was challenging since so many people had negative opinions about her. She eventually registered the Asha Foundation as an NGO in her nation with her father's assistance. With the same rights as any other charity, this new designation gave them, and gave her the credibility to raise funds and help many more animals. Anushka has seen nearly everything after years of volunteering for charities, that is, until she got to know Hope, a cute little puppy. Even though Hope was still quite young, it was obvious that having pups had taken a physical toll on her. She was severely emaciated and just around half the size that she should have been. She was still caring for her previous litter of puppies, was quite skinny, and had trouble walking. Most people wouldn't even give the poor kid a second glance because of her terrible appearance. Until Anushka came upon Hope and her puppies, that is. Hope still had that glitter in her eyes, and she knew it. With her last litter, she had produced 10 puppies, but by the time Anushka and her foundation located the little family, just 6 of them remained. Others had drowned during a storm when Hope and her puppies had nowhere to run for safety from the sea. Yet others had been bitten by snakes and perished from the venom. Many individuals were mistreating them, and some males even attempted to steal the pups in order to resell them for a profit. They were in a hopeless situation, but Anushka was really eager to assist. The first thing to do was to begin giving Hope a nutritious diet. She then began feeding the puppies solid food as well. They were old enough to take solid food, but they would continue to nurse from Hope as long as they didn't have a consistent food supply, which would wear her out. Anushka felt it was time to take Hope and her babies to the vet after she had earned their confidence. The veterinarian advised Hope that her next pregnancy may be her last because she was in critical condition. As soon as they spotted her, they put her on antibiotics in an effort to give her every opportunity. Someone was being friendly to the dog for the first time in a very long time. Her demeanor drastically changed as a result, and she realized that there was someone who would always support her. Hope would need a considerable amount of time to recover and begin gaining weight. She was timid and little, but as she began to trust Anushka, that began to progressively alter. On the other hand, her puppies were of a different tale. Even at such an early age, they understood that people might be their friends, and that they could rely on Anushka and her team. The majority of the puppies appeared to be in good health and were able to adjust to solid diet. With their mother no longer actually needed, many of the puppies eventually found their forever homes, carefully chosen by the foundation. Adopters traveled great distances to adopt the newborns. Some adoptive families were even authorized in the United States. One of the puppies, though, wasn't doing very well. As soon as they had rescued everyone, they started him on medication. They fed him meals and kept him on drips. He appeared to have resumed eating and was getting a little better, but he never fully recovered over the entire ordeal. He would make some progress, but then all of a sudden experience another setback that would undo all of his hard work. Despite their best efforts, the crew was limited in what they could accomplish. Despite being loved and taken care of, he finally lost his struggle since his little body could no longer withstand the strain. Though he'd had a fantastic few weeks, he was fatigued, And at some point he fell asleep and didn't wake up. Anushka, who had battled so valiantly for Hope and her children, was very disappointed. But at least she could take solace in the knowledge that they truly gave it their all. The pups that had found everlasting homes sent her updates on a regular basis. She received pictures and videos of the puppies having the time of their life from their families. They had all the amusement they could want from tiny Lola, until there was one more puppy that needed a new home. She was a little drama queen who needed a lot of affection. She would ultimately become a wonderful companion dog for someone. Despite all the difficulties of caring for the puppies, Anushka was aware that she still had to assist Hope in getting back on her feet. They determined that she shouldn't be let to produce any more puppies, since they needed to give her little body time to recuperate. When a dog gives birth, her body experiences a great deal of trauma, which can be quite harmful for the animal. She might not even make it through giving delivery if she is already weak. Furthermore, nourishing pups for months depletes her body of many nutrients. That was no longer necessary for her to accomplish. To ensure that she would never have to worry about the well-being of pups again, the charity covered the cost of having her spayed. Now it was her turn to get attention. She would be fed at least 2 meals a day, prepared at home and packed with all the nutrients her little body could possibly require to heal itself. In addition to making sure she was robust and healthy, they wanted to put on a little weight. In an effort to make sure she felt well, they also gave her vitamins and other medications every day. Hope was given a new home by Anushka, where living in safety would never again be a concern for her. She would have a warm, dry place to dwell whether it was wet or chilly. For a dog who had battled for survival from birth, it was a whole new existence. However, for a little puppy that had never experienced human affection, she certainly adjusted fast. Hope drank up all the affection and enjoyed all the attention she was receiving. It transformed the small puppy into someone else entirely. She would return to being a contented puppy who was cared for after all the suffering and difficulties. When you look at Hope today, you would never guess that she was the same dog who was raising her puppies on the streets, where they were living in tragedy and sorrow and were afraid of people. She is now a contented and self-assured little dog who enjoys nothing more than playing with her favorite people. Her joy was so contagious that it would make you cry. It's the most delightful conclusion a dog could hope for. Do you believe that puppies and young dogs that are homeless should get care? We appreciate you viewing this video today. Come back soon for even more amazing and touching films that will leave you speechless.
Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.